I'm in Nyack, New York, about to take a ride to the Nyack Beach State Park all the way up to Haverstraw. I used to live here. This is my old neighborhood. The condominiums right there. That's where we lived for 5.5 years until my second child was being born, and then we moved. So it's a beautiful morning on Sunday. I'm about to take the ride on my Cannondale. I hope you can join me. Again, this is Tom Zimmerman, living well, beyond 50, living all the positive living sensations and trying to avoid all negative by living a therapeutic lifestyle. Come ride with me. Here we go. We're on High Avenue in Nyack, New York. This is Nyack Muse Condominiums, 107. That's where I live. Love this town. Heading towards the river, Hudson River. As we head down to the avenue, we'll all go left towards the Nyack State Park. It's a beautiful ride along here. As I said, I lived in Nyack. And I was still young, and they said, go west, young man. So I did. Here's a nice little town. Morning. Have a good one. As you can see, a lot of cyclists come down here. I'm trying to get into the club, but maybe it'll take me another season. A lot of shade along this avenue. Supposed to get pretty hot today, pretty humid due to all the rain that we received last night, but it's refreshing. This is North Broadway. These guys look like the real McCoy ahead of me. You can tell by their legs. I don't know what the etiquette is, but this lightweight's going to pass it. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm not sure if those gentlemen are going along the river trail as I am. if they are, they may be pacing themselves. Perhaps I should be. I'm eager to get there. Some old houses along the way, North Broadway. Now there's a slight incline. No cars. A nice breeze off the river as we're, I'd say, probably 120 feet above the river. When I lived in Nyack, I used to walk this route almost every morning. I would say that it was a little over 2 miles. This is a very popular route with a lot of physical activity, as you can see. People walking, running, cycling. Nice and cool in the shade. When I street cycle, I like doing it on Sunday mornings. Less traffic, a bit safer, except for the people who are probably just getting in from Saturday night partying. That's another reason why I chose this route today. As you know, I did my hiking up at the Nyack State beach facility. I did the loop, and as you know, I pointed out the trail along the river heading towards Haverstraw. So that's my destination, to make it to Haverstraw, which is heading north, which we are doing now. And I'm hoping that there's a nice river breeze the entire trip. Not sure how many miles I'm adding on by doing the North Broadway trail. See, people love the endorphins. You can tell she's got it. Nice smile. As you can see, the Palisades cliffs above us. That's where we're headed. If you've seen my video on doing the loop, did that about a week and a half ago. I showed you these cliffs as I parked down here at the Nyack State Beach Park, which we'll be heading for now. That's Hook Mountain up there. So I did the Hook Mountain Nyack Beach loop. And what a beautiful hike that was. If you haven't seen it, check it out. For those new to my channel, I'm Tom Zimmerman, living well beyond 50. and utilizing all positive living sensations, trying to incorporate and maintain a therapeutic lifestyle so I can avoid negative living sensations, overcome any challenges that we have in our daily lives, which sometimes are many. So if you get an opportunity, get on your bike and ride. And if you don't cycle or bike, take a walk, enjoy the great outdoors. There's so many ways to tap into the endorphins. I believe the endorphins allow you to cleanse your body and mind and increase your spirit. Morning. Here we go. Heading down to the river. Taking you to the river. Woo! Let's see what this journey has in store for us. Beautiful morning. Woo! That sun's glycering off the river. Here we go. Onto the trail. Destination, Haverstraw, New York. I'm a rookie. Just realized it's bumpy. As you know, these are two wheels, so I don't have four-wheel drive. Not as breezy as I thought it would be. Last time I was here, as I said, with the hiking along this, it was a nice summer breeze. But we're getting into July. Today is June 30th, 2024. Hopefully there's a whole lot more. Morning. What a great way to start Sunday. Sunday morning energy. I guess I like it fine so far. Jim Morrison. Now there is a breeze. Let's see. Another therapeutic activity, fishing. At the family. On your left. Thank you. Not sure how many miles this is along the river to Haverstraw, but I do have my tracker on. We'll find out after the ride. Glad you can join me. To those who are returning to my channel, thank you. Those who are the first timers, glad to have you. If you like any of my videos, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me to connect to like-minded people like you and I. Love to be connected to all of you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider it. Appreciate it. Yesterday I did all my chores. We had so many storms this week, so I had to pick up a lot of sticks and branches. Morning.
Good morning.
Happy people. The endorphins. So it was an all-day thing with my landscaping. It was hot and humid, but I sweated the whole day. Lost about 8 pounds, even drinking a lot of water. I'm down to 168. That's the morning weight. So I shedded a lot of body fat. Morning. So I continue to eat a lot of protein, carbs, even had ice cream last night. I got to add more calories because of the activities that I do. Plus I'm eating right. I'll do a video on my new relationship with food and what I incorporated. Perhaps you could incorporate some of what I take in to fuel the engine. I have to say I have a lot of energy, a lot of stamina. My mojo is up. I haven't been drinking coffee, but I drink green tea now. Huh, I'm a tea dweller. A lot of water. Oh, okay. There is a hill. Here we go. I wasn't sure how many hills there will be. This will be my first heart pump. Woo! Right into it. Nice shade. I remember this on my hike doing the Hook Mountain, Nyack Beach loop. Back into the woods. Beautiful, nice and cool. Woo! Oh, yeah. Good pump. Drink some water now. It's a little smoother ground. Shout out to Cycle Sport. That's where I got my bike. Here we go. Rockland Lake. Haverstraw, 3.5 miles. Woo! Major bump. Rookie mistake. Still holding my bottle like a baby. Woo! Whoa! Drop my bottle. Well, that's a rookie mistake. Woo! Wow! Don't go down a hill in a place you're not familiar with Don't do it one-handed. Put the bottle back in the casing. I squeezed the heck out of that water. Hope I have enough for the ride. I'll probably leave that in there. Goes to show you what happens with a rookie. And a rookie I am, man. The wildlife are laughing, saying, look at that guy. Whew. That was some bump. The whole back tire went up and I panicked and I only had the left brake. And I think the left brake is the front brake, so I'm glad I didn't go over the bars. I don't know if you've seen the rocks. That bedrock was saying, come and get me. Up a hill. I guess there will be hills. I wasn't sure along the river. But here we are. This is some hill. I'm cheating, I'm standing up. Whew. Wow, good pump. Did my leg presses yesterday. Whew. Whew. I don't know why I thought this will be flat. Whew. Of course, going up to Haverstraw on the highway, it's all hills going up north. I guess it's going to be the same with this cycling trip. Nice and cool here. We're above the water. Whew. I'm gonna have to check with Cycle Sport about getting all-terrain tires. If I'm gonna keep doing these bike trails, I might have to get thicker tires to absorb those bumps and divots. I'm overheating. But the GoPro should not be overheating. It's a little too soon. I know it's hot and humid. It ain't that hot. Woo! Here we go. It hasn't been a fluent trip so far. That near accident coming down the hill alongside the bedrock, one-handed, foolish me, and now the overheating. So we're in the shade now and a nice breeze, hoping that the GoPro cools down now that cover's off. Back to the trip. My GoPro indicated it was overheating again, so I took the cover off. Look at this. Woo! Fireplace. Nice to hear all the wildlife on this trail. There's a nice bench. Funny. Trail runner. .5 miles from Nyack. There's some hills. Down we go. Want to be more conscious now. Two hands. Have both brakes ready to deploy. Never did mountain biking, so just a little bit of a taste. Not sure why the fence is here. Enjoy the nice cool breeze in the shade. Trees are sure thick with all the rain we had during the spring. There's a barge. I don't know if you can see it through the vegetation. The crane. There. And back down. So there's hills. Not too bad. Morning.
Morning.
Whee! Ah, that's nice. Oh, I enjoy this. reminds me of skiing the long run through the woods. Without snow. Pretty good cardiovascular workout. Glad it's in the shade. There's an opening. Majestic Hudson. That's Westchester over there. .5 miles from Nyack. Gotta avoid the rocks. Whew. Hitting a descent. That means I'll be climbing on the way back. Whew. So pleasant going down. Lot to look forward to on the way back. Good leg work this morning. Morning.
Hi.
Four miles from Nyack. have a good pace now along this stretch. Got in a higher gear, getting my leg work in. Besides the hills, trying to get in good shape so I can have more endurance and stamina. Here comes a nice hill. Gotta watch the rocks. Whew. Oh, chipmunk. Alvin! Woo! Pavement. Hill time. You never could tell on the GoPro how hilly it is. Morning. The only thing, how you're going to tell is how my breathing. Whew. What do we have here? Good place to get a drink. Trees in sight. Within these woods, in the early mornings hours of September 22nd, 1780, American General Benedict Arnold and British Major John Andre plotted the surrender of the American fortress at West Point. While attempting to return to British lines, Andre was captured by the American soldiers. He was tried, convicted, and hanged as a spy at the Japan on October 2nd, 1780. Traitor Arnold escaped and joined the British. Woo! Well, that's history. The 76 house is where they held him captive, and right up the road, pretty much where I grew up, they hung him from the tree. That's history. Someday I'll take you to the 76 house and show you where they held him captive. The tree's no longer there, but we used to go to the hanging tree and drink some beers. That's history. This is from the storm we had this week. It was a wild storm. Well, it looks like perhaps we're up in Haverstraw. .9 miles from Nyack. A little bit of a bump here. Woo! Oh yes. Morning. Haverstraw. We've reached Haverstraw. Just like Nyack, it's an old town. I'll go down a ways. You can see more cliffs from here. I don't want to go too far off the trail. I'll just go down a bit. This is where they used to make the bricks. All the buildings in New York City, the bricks came from around here. Alright, so I'm going to turn around here. I want to stay on the trail. So there you have it. This is part of Haverstraw. Oh, that was a nice way to get to Haverstraw. To get the car. Fourth of July week. Everybody will be celebrating Independence Day. Woo! You see the Hudson to the left, which the Hudson will be on our left on the way back south, back to Nyack. Whew! Well, if you made it this far, thank you for riding with me all the way to Haverstraw. Here's our turnaround, so I hope you continue with me. I know I got some hills to climb, but also some descents. Here we go. Here we go. Nice breeze. Gonna need it. The other tree came down here. Wow. Another abandoned building. Here's that hill. Whew, yeah. Excuse me. Whew. All right. I'm sure he's feeling the humidity. He has a lot of shade here. Beautiful. Another foundation down there. And in the reverse order, 0.9 from Haverstraw. I don't want to go too fast because of the wildlife. So far I had a groundhog and a chipmunk cross my path. And of course there are some rocks I have to avoid and divots. Up the hill. Got in higher gear, so I got to stand up. Woo! All right. That's a leg workout. Gotta remember to drink my water. I lost half of it on that near accident. Squeezed it. And 0.4 miles from Haverstraw. Definitely need the stabilizer on the GoPro. Bumpy terrain, and there it is. Hudson River. Funny. Yep. Whew. Learning my gears. The rookie is learning. Legs are burning. Whew. On your right. Thank you. 1.9 miles from Haverstraw. Usually when you ski, you go to the left, but I noticed they were on the other side as I was going to Haverstraw, so I was right. They like to stay to the left, their left. Just ran into some gnats. Whew. Good thing I'm breathing through my nose. More downhill on the way back. I didn't realize I was going up the hill most of the time. I know there's a couple of hills on the way back. If you're ever in Nyack and you're a cyclist, or you just like to walk or hike, come to Nyack and take a walk up to Haverstraw, or cycle it. Hike it, cycle it, or walk it. Nice and green. Another marker. 2.4 miles from Haverstraw. That summer breeze feels fine. Cools my body from my heels through my spine. soothing my mind just in time. Other than that near accident and 2 wildlife crossing my path, this seems much safer than doing the road cycling. But I'll just have to be cautious. Even here. .9. There's the cliffs. Funny. All right. Woo! Be careful, Zim. I was a little too fast. Live and learn. Or die. We're not in New Hampshire. Here we are, back on the river. Smooth biking. Here's that hill I knew it was going to come to. Up we go. Taking a little water break here in the shade. This is where I came down from the Hook Mountain Trail, where I learned that there was a bicycle path to Haverstraw. I'm learning the terrain. Really enjoying it. I have a lot of exploring to do. Woo! Break's over. Have to be careful going down this hill. I don't want to go too fast. Woo! What a breeze! Good headwind. On your left. Back in. Woo! .4 miles from Haverstraw. branch. On your left. Thank you. That breeze feels good. Woo! There's the Hook Mountain Trail. Hook Mountain Trail. Alright. Made it back to the beach. Reached the beach. Gonna go up a hill now. Hi. This is the beach. One last hill. Actually, I got a couple street hills, but woo! That was just what I figured it would be. Great pleasure. This is a good hill here. Good scenery. Whew. Looks like more trails down there. Have to explore that someday. Whew. Whew. Well, gotta make it up this hill. I'm cheating. Good morning. Whew. Oh man. Gotta keep going. Whew. Oh man. Wow. That is a hill. That's a hill. Whew. Gotta regain my composure on the way back. Wow. Whew. Wow. Cheers. Wow. That was great. Grand finale's at the end there. That hill. Fun going down though. Airing it out. Woo! I'm glad I didn't feel like puking. That's a good sign. Cooling down. Back to town. River hook. Woo! Back to Nyack. Well, I'm glad I got an early start on this Sunday morning. Temperature is rising. We can cut the humidity with a knife. Later I don't have to cut that lawn. Back to the Subaru Outback Wilderness. I think those are the tires I need to get. This is a pretty safe road if you're going to do some road cycling. Nice and wide. In the shade in the morning. And I'm sure later on in the day. Trees on the right of me. Trees on the left of me. Here I am. Woo, that sun is hot. Heading back to civilization. Into my old neighborhood. Back to the wilderness, the outback wilderness. Whew. I'm glad you can join me. Thanks for hopping on my bike and enjoy the ride with me. Getting back just in time with the sun on my back. Going to the high 80s today as we slip into the 4th of July week. Whew. Nyack Muse condominium 107.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was a good home. Woo! And there's the wilderness. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. I'm going to. Woo! 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 Oh yeah! Woo! Ah! Oh! Oh yes! Oh my! Enjoyable. Really enjoyable. Ah. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you hanging with me. It was a good morning on my bike. It seemed like a mountain bike today, but we did it. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Tom Zimmerman, living well beyond 50 and enjoying all living sensations. Thank you again for joining me, and I appreciate it. See you next time. Be well.